Hi guys, JT here, and today I'm bringing you some information on the Humble Bundle VR Kiwi Complete Collection of April 2026. To help you answer the question, should you buy it? By using the links in the description below, you'll gain access to this bundle and support the channel in the process. Before we begin, I'd like to thank you the viewers for watching my silly videos. I hope they're helpful, and most importantly, knowing that you're watching it means the world. Anyway, let's get into this. And number 1 we have Pirates VR Jolly Roger, a light-hearted VR action-adventure game where you play as a pirate exploring a cursed island in search of Davy Jones' treasure. This game offers a colourful 4-hour campaign packed with exploration, puzzle-solving, and swashbuckling skeleton fights. You'll explore sunlit beaches, dark caverns, and underwater ruins as you search for treasure, accompanied by a wisecracking parrot who is always ready with a sarcastic jab. The island feels inviting and visually rich, with great lighting effects that shine on PC. You'll climb cliffs, solve puzzles, and occasionally dive underwater, though swimming lacks polish and responsive controls. The exploration is the game's strongest point. Hidden loot, gold, and collectibles reward your curiosity, while clever environmental cues like moss indicate where you can climb. Unfortunately, the combat does not match that quality. Fighting skeletal pirates quickly become repetitive, with most enemies easily dispatched by a headshot. Even the boss battles lack depth, leaning more on spamming attacks than strategy. The controls can also feel clunky. Waggling to break rocks, limited haptics, and an awkward menu system undercut immersion. You also run into occasional technical issues, like getting stuck in the environment or falling through gaps without an easy reset. Despite these flaws, Pirates VR Jolly Roger delivers a charming pirate-themed adventure if you temper your expectations. With shallow combat and occasional jank, it's best enjoyed for its exploration and atmosphere rather than its action depth. And number 2 we have Virtual Hunter, a specialized simulation that brings the methodical, high-stakes experience of tracking wild game into the immersive world of VR. Unlike survival titles where hunting is a secondary mechanic, this game focuses entirely on the sport itself. You'll find that it is not a fast-paced shooter. Instead, it demands patience, strategy, and a deep respect for the virtual environment. As you step into the open world, which spans over 64 square kilometers, you must rely on your senses and tools to find success. You can track diverse species like red deer, wild boar, and elusive foxes by scanning tracks and following blood trails. The game excels at creating a constant sense of anticipation. You might spend an hour walking through dense forests and across rolling fields, but the moment you spot your prey through a scope, the rush of adrenaline is undeniable. The realism extends to weapon handling and ballistics. You have access to various firearms and a recurve bow, all of which require steady hands. Fortunately, the game includes a virtual stock and stabilization system to help you land those vital shots. Once you bag a trophy, you can display it in a customizable lodge, choosing specific poses for your taxidermy. Whether you're hunting solo or up to 5 friends in co-op mode, the experience remains atmospheric. Even if you choose not to shoot, you can simply enjoy the serene, realistic wilderness as a high-fidelity hiking simulator. It is truly the premier destination for virtual outdoorsmen. And number 3 we have Stilt, a vibrant first-person VR platformer that casts you up as a small alien creature on a mission to reclaim a stolen spaceship. After a giant octopus swipes your vessel and scatters cargo across a colorful world, you must navigate treacherous landscapes using a pair of springy stilts attached to your hands. The experience is built entirely around an unconventional locomotion system where you bounce, leap, and swing through levels, demanding physical coordination and precision. You'll find that the movement feels daunting at first, as every surface you touch pushes back a physics-based force. However, once you've mastered the rhythm of the bounce, the sense of scale and momentum becomes incredibly satisfying. You explore diverse environments, from icy peaks to fiery volcanoes, collecting stamps and hidden presents to unlock new worlds. To aid your journey, you can discover power-ups like grappling hooks, fireballs, and wing flaps that temporarily augment your abilities. The game excels by offering a significant challenge with a steep learning curve that rewards practice rather than mindless interaction. While the visuals are bright and whimsical, the gameplay is mechanically deep, providing a polished experience that runs smoothly at high frame rates. Beyond the extensive single-player campaign, you can participate in several multiplayer modes, including Smack 'em All and Balloon Hunt, within a social lobby. If you enjoy physics-driven movement and classic platforming tropes reimagined for virtual reality, you'll find this an essential and joyful adventure that keeps you hopping for hours. And number 4 we have Cave Digger 2 Dig Harder. An action-adventure game in wildland valleys where you explore old mines, nautical caves, and ruins of ancient civilizations inspired by Western diesel punk and Lovecraftian themes. You play as a prospector who begins your journey in a seemingly abandoned camp with the goal to extract valuables from the caves, to trade them for new tools, upgrades, and locations to advance your frontier exploration. You follow breadcrumbs left by a previous explorer known as Clayton to unveil the secrets of the valley. This game features multiple endings, so you'll be playing it a few times over if you're a completionist. You'll first start with a pickaxe so you can swing with one hand to gather ore, and you can slowly work your way up to having several upgrades to help you out in your mining adventures. This includes a sledgehammer, a shovel, a dynamite, and many more. The gameplay loop is as follows. You go into one of the randomly generated mines, mining and fighting off anything that tries to stop you, rinse and repeat. The mining and fighting are relatively simple, and some people may find this monotonous while others may find it relaxing, to take a break from their desk jobs to be a literal miner in the game. The difficulty is never too steep to cause any form of stress. As you mine more and gather more money, you can unlock upgrades and new areas to explore. Your backpack automatically replaces the lowest price ore for the more expensive one, so you do not have to spend the time sorting your inventory. However, this could also discourage you from mining less expensive ores. Whenever you aren't in a mine, you can explore the new overworld hub with a sort of open area that you can explore for treasure. You can also find treasure maps which will lead you to more treasures. The caves are plagued with different bugs with their own unique attacks and skills. They will try to foil your plans to mine your caves. They're easily dispatched when you're equipped with the 6-shot electric revolver though. You also have access to infinite ammo, so shoot away! You can also shoot down ores which can serve as target practice for moving enemies later on. There will also be a boss at the end of one of your expeditions. This title is definitely infinitely more fun playing in multiplayer, but good luck finding anybody to play with. Hopefully with this bundle you can find a few people to mine the caves and shoot insects together. This game is great for those who don't mind monotonous and repetitive tasks. If you're not into that though, then you might want to stay clear of this. And number 5 we have Cave Digger, a virtual reality mining adventure set in a mysterious alternative Western universe where you descend into the depths of a mountain to excavate riches. Starting in a small desert town, you use an elevator to reach 4 distinct underground levels, utilizing a variety of experimental tools like pickaxes, drills, and chainsaws. The core gameplay loop involves gathering valuable gems under time constraints and returning to the surface to trade your haul for upgrades. As you progress, you'll discover that the game offers significant depth through 9 unique endings influenced by your choices and discoveries. You can enhance your equipment and even upgrade your train to become a more efficient miner. A companion chest follows you to help carry your loot, adding a touch of dark humor to the gritty atmosphere. While the physical interactions of swinging tools and managing resources provide an immersive experience, you may find the controls challenging depending on your hardware. Some users have reported issues with grip mechanics on certain controllers and lack of subtitles for deaf players. The game includes the richest content, providing a more complete package than its original release. Despite its simple premise, the mystery of the mountain and the drive to unlock every ending keep the experience engaging. Whether you're searching for hidden Easter eggs or simply trying to see how much wealth you can amass before stopping, this game serves as a tactile, frontier-themed simulation that rewards your curiosity and persistence in the dark. And number 6 we have Survivorman VR The Descent, a survival simulation game that casts you as a survivor of a helicopter crash in the freezing Canadian Arctic. You must navigate treacherous landscapes under the virtual guidance of Lestrade, whose presence serves as both a mentor and a narrative anchor. As you traverse snowy peaks and glacial crevices, you perform realistic survival tasks like building fires, maintaining body temperature, and even navigating river rapids. The game functions as much as an educational tool as a piece of entertainment, teaching you authentic wilderness skills through immersive first-person interactions. While the experience is relatively brief, lasting about 2 hours across 6 distinct sections, it captures the isolation of the tundra with impressive environmental atmosphere. You'll find yourself carefully checking the ice with a pole or managing your calories via a wrist-mounted monitor. The gameplay can feel somewhat linear, as the step-by-step instruction prevent much creative experimentation. But the variety of activities, including tobogganing and paddling, keeps the pace engaging. Visuals effectively depict the harsh beauty of the North, emphasizing a deep respect for nature's scale and danger. Despite some technical bugs and a rigid structure that occasionally breaks immersion when last appears, the game offers a compelling budget-friendly journey for those interested in testing their mettle against the elements. It successfully bridges the gap between reality TV nostalgia and modern virtual reality, making you feel the bite of the Arctic wind without leaving your home, providing a focused, educational, and high-stakes survival adventure. And number 7 we have Ashen Arrows, a Nordic-themed virtual reality archery game that masterfully blends first-person shooting with roguelike and tower defense mechanics. You step into the role of a hunter recruited by the gods to prevent Ragnarok, facing against bandits and legendary beasts across 3 distinct modes. In the single-player Saga mode, you experience a narrated tutorial campaign, while the Bastion mode serves as the core experience, challenging you to survive up to 60 waves of enemies. For those who prefer company, the cooperative mode allows you to team up with 2 friends. The gameplay thrives on variety. Procedurally generated maps and randomized upgrade chests ensure no 2 runs feel identical. You'll find yourself choosing between lighter arrows for distance or purchasing fortifications to protect your base. The physics-based archery rewards your physical form, as assuming a proper stance genuinely improves your accuracy and performance. Visually, you're treated to a charming low-poly aesthetic reminiscent of classic consoles, yet rendered with modern clarity that makes tracking shots simple even during chaotic waves. Beyond the combat, you can even take a moment to pet local animals like cats and foxes. While the story could benefit from deeper mythological integration and the upgrade chest's voice can be grating, the core loop is incredibly satisfying. You'll likely find yourself obsessed with creating god-run builds to become an unstoppable force. It is a polished, replayable experience that demonstrates exactly why archery remains one of the most engaging and intuitive genres in the VR landscape. And number 8 we have Lofi Katana, a VR rhythm game that serves as a musical sanctuary, inviting you to slice shurikens with a katana and wave fans to the beat from a serene rooftop setting. Unlike high-intensity alternatives, this title focuses on a chill, lo-fi aesthetic designed for relaxation or light movement. You can experience the classic mode, which combines both tools, or opt for specialized only fans and only katanas variations. The unique feature is a sophisticated procedural system. By dragging MP3 or WAV files into the folder, you can generate custom gameplay for any song you own, allowing for a personalized infinite soundtrack. Visually, the environment reacts to your performance, and the Explore mode even lets you pet virtual cats while enjoying the view. However, you should be aware of some technical hurdles. Users have reported bugs where music fails to start on the first try, and the procedural generation occasionally places notes in a way that requires awkward cross-armed movements. While some players experience input lag or feel the beat mapping lacks the polish of handcrafted levels, others find it a refreshing, unique alternative to mainstream rhythm games. Integration with Live also makes it a strong choice if you enjoy dancing with a custom avatar for streams. If you're looking to escape the city noise and find a god run of relaxation through your own music library, this game offers a charming, albeit slightly unpolished atmosphere that prioritizes vibe and player freedom above all else. And number 9 we have Towers and Powers, a virtual reality tower defense game that transports you into a vibrant ancient world where you act as a powerful deity tasked protecting your worshippers. In this immersive experience, you must strategically place defensive structures and utilize divine interventions to repel waves of mystical enemies across various floating islands. The gameplay focuses on managing resources and choosing the right combination of towers to counter specific threats. As you gaze across the battlefield from your godlike perspective, you realize the tactical depth requires more than just building. You possess the ability to directly influence the tide of battle by picking up units, casting elemental spells, and even physically interacting with the environment to aid your loyal followers. The visual style is bright and stylized, making the chaotic skirmishes easy to track while you maintain a high-level view of the unfolding action. Managing your mana is essential, as divine powers are your most potent tools when defenses are breached. You'll find yourself constantly balancing the urge to smite foes with the necessity of upgrading your existing fortifications. The campaign gradually introduces new mechanics and enemy types, ensuring that your strategic approach must evolve to survive later challenges. Each level feels like a living diorama where your decisions determine the fate of an entire civilization. If you enjoy the satisfaction of a well-placed trap combined with the tactile thrill of VR motion controls, this title offers a compelling blend of classic strategy and modern immersion. And number 10 we have Seeker My Shadow, a VR puzzle adventure that invites you to navigate charming diorama-style levels in a quest to save the world from the invading Jestarians. You simultaneously inhabit two roles: the Great Spirit, a mountain-sized giant who manipulates the environment from above, and Kipo, a tiny courageous seeker who traverses the ground. By controlling both characters, you solve casual yet engaging puzzles to find lost eggs and hidden cards. Whether you play solo or join a friend in local co-op, the game emphasizes a relaxing, family-friendly atmosphere reminiscent of classics like Captain Toad. The visual presentation is a unique feature, offering a vibrant palette of pop art colors and whimsical environments that feel like living toy sets. You'll likely appreciate the sense of scale as your giant hands reach into the world to pull levers and rotate stages. However, your experience may be slightly dampened by technical hiccups. On some headsets, you might encounter frame rate drops or unoptimized menus that hinder immersion. Furthermore, the lack of a robust hint system or a tracking UI for collectibles means you must be exceptionally observant. The movement is also limited. If you push a block into a corner, the lack of a pull mechanic or reset button can be frustrating. Despite these minor flaws and a short runtime of roughly 3 hours, the game provides a heartwarming journey. If you enjoy serene puzzles and cute aesthetics, you'll find this to be a delightful, though brief, addition to your virtual reality library. At number 11 we have Operation Serpens, a VR first-person shooter that functions as a high-octane homage to nostalgic arcade light gun games and over-the-top action movies. You step into the boots of an elite soldier tasked with dismantling the Snakes, a nefarious criminal organization, through a series of handcrafted levels that prioritize fast-paced gunplay over complex storytelling. You'll find yourself engaging in diverse mission types, from holding down the fortified positions and clearing rooms to intense vehicular sequences where you fend off waves of pursuing enemies from the back of a moving truck. The game provides you with a robust arsenal, including pistols, rifles, and shotguns, while utilizing a simple point-down reload mechanic that keeps the momentum fluid. Beyond the primary campaign, you can dive into a zombie survival mode or team up with up to 3 friends in co-op multiplayer. While the blocky retro-style visuals and stiff animations may lack modern polish, they contribute to a distinct charm that feels like playing with virtual action figures. You might struggle with the clunky locomotion and occasional invisible walls, but the core experience remains focused on the simple joy of dodging incoming bullets and landing precise headshots. Some missions introduce frustrating elements, like unforgiving escort requirements or exhausting climbing sections, yet the fair bullet tracking allows you to physically duck and weave through the chaos. If you're looking for a mindless pick-up-and-play shooter that prioritizes arcade thrills and bullet-time action, this title delivers a serviceable and entertaining experience that fits the bill for any VR enthusiast library. At number 11 we have ArtPulse, a creative sandbox experience that merges artistic expression with musical rhythm to form a relaxing psychedelic virtual reality environment. When you first load into the title, you're greeted with a customization menu where you can select your background canvas and choose from a variety of catchy songs to set the tempo for your session. Once you begin, you find yourself staring into a dark abyss, ready to fill the void with vibrant light and sound. Your left hand serves as your palette, controlling color selections and rotations, while your right hand dictates movement and launches various shapes into the space. Every object you create acts as a musical trigger. As shapes are added to the world, they introduce new beats or instrumental layers that sync perfectly with the baseline melody of your chosen track. These shapes possess their own physics, interacting with each other and the environment to create a dynamic living masterpiece. While you may initially wish for the ability to import your own music, the included tracks are highly infectious and elevate the creative flow. The game offers a family-friendly atmosphere that is difficult to describe but magical to experience firsthand, making it an excellent choice for anyone looking to decompress through visual and auditory experimentation. It provides a unique sense of wonder as you watch your geometric patterns pulse in time with the music, transforming a blank digital canvas into a personal upbeat symphony of color that encourages you to fully explore your artistic side. And that's all for this bundle. The VR Kiwi Complete Collection is a total loot drop for anyone looking to beef up their library without draining their credits. At just $10 for the full 12-game stack, you're snagging solid titles like Cave Digger 2 and Pirates VR for pennies. While some critics call it shovelware, the high Steam ratings on niche games like Stilt and Survivorman prove otherwise. It is the ultimate low-cost expansion pack, perfect for grinding out new VR experiences while we wait for the Steam frame. In any case, I hope you enjoyed today's video, and if this video was helpful, feel free to leave a like and subscribe, and maybe consider buying the channel a coffee. From the bottom of my heart, thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.